Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's time for PPI. Here we go. We've got seconds to go. Are the market's going to go up or down on this news? We are paying close attention. Here is the numbers. We are on it now. Let's stand by. We have PPI forecast 1. It is 0.1. It is as forecast. The markets are down, and I'll give you the reasons why in a moment. Here we go.
Yes, Becky, these are wholesale inflation numbers in the form of the producer price index for the month of May. Up 0.1% on headline.
As expected.
That is very much 1/10 less than expectations. But do remember, in the rearview mirror, we had the trifecta of negative numbers. We had minus 0.5% last month. That was a very big number, the worst since COVID, or I should say the biggest drop. It isn't necessarily bad to see inflation going away. If you strip out the all-important food and energy, it remains
forecast 0.1, actual 0.1.
As I said before, these are much cooler numbers. We're expecting up 0.3. Now, this follows a big down number, as I said, down 0.4 on ex-food and energy. That was the biggest going back to February of 15. It equaled down 0.4. We've never had a bigger number, but then again, this series was modified. It only goes back to 2010. Let's take out food, energy, and trade. Once again, it's up 1/10, and once again, that's a couple tenths lighter than expectations. Last month's minus 1/10.
I'll tell you why the markets are down in a few moments.
One of those big numbers. The only other negative number we had was COVID-related, down 0.4. Now, if we look at the year-over-year numbers, and these are important, this is where the stickiness comes in. Year-over-year headline up 2.6, as expected, but 0.2 warmer than the rearview mirror. 2.4 was in the rearview mirror. 3.4 was March. That's what we're comping to. Take out food and energy, 3%, 1/10 less than expectations, 1/10 less than last month, which was 3.1. Where does it comp to? Comps to August of last year when we were at 2.8. So in a way, been there, done that. That's the stickiness I talked about. And finally, if we look at ex-food, energy, and trade, that's 2.7. 0.3 less than we were expecting, and some progress here. 2.9 was our last look. 2.7 would equal Jan of 24 to find a lower number.
I'll tell you why the markets are down in a moment.
Now, let's look at initial and continuing claims. 248,000 on initial claims as we inch ever closer to 250,000. That follows a slightly revised 247, which becomes 248, unchanged on the week. And to put a face on this, you have to go back to October of last year to find a higher number, and we all know what that was. October of last year, you're talking about 250,000. We finally traded above that, and on continuing claims, 1,956,000, getting ever closer to 2 million. Now, this remains the third consecutive week above 1.9 million, and these are the highest numbers since November of 21. Interest rates really aren't changed much, but they were already well down due to some of the weakness we're seeing in equities that may have to do with that crash, that unfortunate crash. And the pre-opening equities, well, they're in the red, and they have been in the red. A very subtle amount of improvement on this data. Becky, Joe, back to you.
Okay, Rick,
thank you very much indeed. I'm going to go through what that actually means and why the market is down. Today's show is called PPI Inflation Report, Trump Tariff Overstretch. Again, you may remember, I'm right again. It's exactly what I said yesterday. Yesterday, I said to you that we got some good numbers. The market didn't rally, and I'm predicting a face-ripping rally. The reason why it got halted was most of it was priced in, but also because we've had this, and this is what I said on the show yesterday, we've had such a rally, it's already baked in, it's already priced in, but that still isn't the news. The news, and why we're down today. Some of you will say it's macro conditions, tensions in the Middle East. It is not. These are real macro conditions. There is tension in the Middle East, but this isn't it. We know when that happens because we've seen it before. When Iran threatened to bomb Israel, we saw a big drop. This isn't it. This isn't what's happening today. that hasn't hit the market yet. The market isn't pricing that in or concerned about that. What is going on today is exactly what I said yesterday. And if you may remember on the show yesterday, I predicted at 7 o'clock, and it was 3.5 minutes past, I would get an all-time high. I did. I turned green on the overall, and I said we're going to get a face-ripping rally. But I said, hang on. We've already had a huge rally, and where this comes into the title of the video is this: Tariff Trump Overstretch. Trump, we've been following Trump now for a while, since he's become the president, and we've started to learn how he works. The market is learning how he works, and we understand his style. He likes to create chaos. He calls it the art of the deal. I'm not so sure it's always effective. But what he likes to do is when he gets his way, he pushes it further. That's an overstretch. And what's happened is the markets, who are now very good at pricing in Trump, we don't have the massive overreaction that he wants anymore. He wants, when he says stuff, the market to rally or dump so we can buy it back. That doesn't happen anymore. They've kind of learned. Remember that the stock market is a forever learning AI experience. There's not people sitting there like they used to be going buy, sell, sell, sell. There are algorithms and levels all preset. When certain things occur and they're constantly learning, they will make their moves, all right? So what you've got today is the market has priced in yesterday why we didn't rally. Because we've had this massive surge here, they were expecting Trump to throw more tariffs out there, and that's exactly what he has done today. He sent letters out, or saying that he's going to send letters out to the EU and other tariff partners with take it or leave it. He has got an overstretch. Some would use the word, I won't, but some will use the word of bullying. Exceptionalism, bullying, saying he can just do whatever he wants. He thinks he can. He's forgotten that we are a global market and you can't just do whatever you want to everyone. So because the market is rallying, and we know, even though he might not say it, Trump looks at the markets all the time. He's very focused on the markets. He's always paying close attention to the markets, and he wants to see the markets go up. And when he sees it goes up, it gives him confidence to overstretch, perhaps be a bit of a bully in a way, to say, I can do more. And that's basically what's happened. But the market understands it. The market is bracing. It wants to go up. It's ready to go up. It might even turn green today. The macro conditions in the Middle East are not affecting the stock market at all. But what we have right now is the market pricing in that it's already baked in, and we don't want to get on the wrong side of it. Trump suddenly sends out a reaction and suddenly says, right, I'm whacking tariffs on everything. Let's just remember, he says we've got a great deal on China. It's a 55% tariff on China. Is it a great deal? Some would argue it's not a great deal. I would argue it's not a great deal. Is it complete? Trump says it's complete. No, it's not complete. There's more to do. And now we've got unilateral tariff threats going out all over the place. It's a constant battle, a constant noise of ups and downs and left and rights and all the rest of it. So, what did I say yesterday? And I've been saying this for weeks. Don't buy the rally. Don't buy the rally because we've only got 10% left this year. That's it. There is a face-ripping rally if you're on the right side of it. But if you buy into it, you'll miss it and you won't get it. You needed to already be in. Now, for me, as you all know, I bought down here that massive drop just there. Just a few weeks ago, I bought that. That's on the 1 year. So for me, it is a face-ripping rally. From bottom to top, it's about $70,000, and there's another 10% to go. Lovely. But I'm not buying into that. I even said to Sensei I think last night I sent out a little message to Sensei going, I'm going to buy a couple more shares of VU today. I feel a bit confident. And he said, don't be silly. You got enough. And he's right. I've got $500,000, right, worth of investment, or 430. I don't need to. But when I buy at all-time highs, it doesn't affect me because I bought 99% of it at the bottom. So I can always add to it. Like long-term investors, you can always buy the top. It doesn't matter if you've got 99% of your stocks at 50, 60, 70, 80 or 100% lower. It doesn't matter, does it? It really doesn't. And ultimately, the stocks you buy today will be up in a year, 2, 5. So it doesn't really matter. So when I said to Sensei, I'm feeling like buying a couple of shares this morning, and he went, don't do it. Wait, it's not wrong. It's not right. It's not the best time. Doesn't really matter to me now as a long-term investor. I can buy them and not worry about it, right? But if you're just coming into the market or you've got a small position and you're trying to build it, this is not the time to chase the market. It's not. There's uncertainty everywhere. But the stock market is becoming a lot better at pricing it. Trump tries to create chaos on the market and it just doesn't work anymore. We've seen no reaction to the Middle East. This is not it. If you've covered the Middle East like I have, you will know it when we get a reaction, and this ain't it. The carry trade. Everyone is becoming immune to the system right now. Everybody is just buying and thinking, go up forever. Whatever Trump does, it bounces back, buy the dip. You're not prepared for the carry trade. That's the only story that we should be talking about, and yet nobody is. Trump's trying to take center stage. So the bottom line is this. The PPI figures were okay. Nothing amazing, as we expected. Price baked in. We've already got the reward for it. We've already had it. We're up 18% this year. If you look at my 1 year, I'm up 26 grand. I've made 17%. I've outperformed the market. Hurrah for me. Everything is wonderful, but I'm not buying the rally. Yeah, a couple of shares if I want to buy a couple of shares, and you might want to do that if you're in the same position as me. But there's only a 10% left this year. The market knows what it's doing. It's become very, very, very well tuned now to Trump. We are waiting for more clarity. There's money on the sidelines waiting to buy. There's a face-ripping rally if you are from the bottom to the top built in, but if you're at the top, it's not that much for you. But another 10% would be regarded as a face-ripping rally on top of what we've already had. That is there. But the message of the day is we've got a good PPI. It's already priced in. The market isn't rallying. It's not overreacting to Iran and the nuclear situation. The deals aren't really done. Now we've got Trump, because he feels emboldened. I'm going to use that word, emboldened, because he's done well, or at least the stock market has done well. But remember, it's not done as well as the EU and the UK. So they're having a much better run. But nevertheless, he will regard this as a good little run, and he'll think, right, now I can throw tariffs up in the air again. And the market's going, yeah, whatever. It's already built in. So just steady as we go. Don't overreact. Everything's going to be fine if you don't chase. The Fed are reducing rates twice this year. My prediction is Scott Bessent will replace Powell as the new chair of the Fed next year. And why I believe that is because Trump is a real estate mogul. That's his business above everything else. Not so good at selling wine, rubbish at selling steaks. You all know what I'm talking about. Bankrupt businesses, no one likes to talk about it, but very good at real estate. Certain times, not always. We all know the situation of one of the New York towers that he built, sold for a loss, somebody else bought it off him and then sold it for a profit just to make him look silly. We know he doesn't always do great deals. He doesn't like to talk about that one. But anyway, we know he's a property magnate, real estate mogul, and Bessent will come in, become the new chair. This is my prediction, and we will see 0% rates. 0% rates. That's where I see it going. All right, that's my reaction to PPI this morning. I'm very happy. Yesterday, I got my all-time high. I turned green overall for the very first time. It's dropped off since then. Now, you look at that and you go, oh, my God, you're down $3,300. When you've got $430,000 invested, I can have $10,000, $20,000 swings. Warren Buffett was often asked, what does it feel like to lose millions of dollars in a day? He doesn't. He just doesn't sell. Same with me. I've not lost $3,000. This will bounce right back in time. I don't need it to bounce back tomorrow. It doesn't matter. But yes, yesterday we were up like $1,500. Today we're down 3,200. It doesn't matter. I reached my target. I'm very happy. The PPI was okay, but just be aware that tariffs aren't solved and they are uncertain. And there we go. Right, on this morning's show, in 5 minutes' time, we have breaking news for you. We're very, very excited. Oh, 10 minutes. 10 minutes' time, that's absolutely ish. 10 minutes-ish, that's fine. It's live TV. You never know what's happening, what's occurring. We'll find out what's occurring in a minute, Nessa. Yeah, Gavin and Stacey quote there, because we have special star guests live on our show. Get ready for it. You don't want to go anywhere. I'm sure Vaz has already put it on social media because he want everyone to know what's about to occur on the show. Some big guests coming on the show in a few moments. You're going to love it. You don't want to miss it. You know that we brought you the vertical aerospace. We brought you the EV tolls. We brought you all of this stuff. And we've got breaking news, world exclusives, live, unedited, unscripted. I don't even know who I'm talking to. Well, I kind of do. I've been given a slight heads up, but it's live TV. I'm being given the information as it is. It's kind of like on the news. You get an auto cue and someone's typing it in the background, and the broadcaster, the anchor, just reads it off the screen for the first time. It's kind of like that, except it's a text coming from Vaz. But the same deal. So I've got to look in the camera like I know what I'm doing and keep looking down at my phone going, okay, all right, that's what I'm talking about. Who we got on the show? Elon Musk. What's he done? Is it Elon Musk? It could be. I don't know. In the meantime, let me have a cup of tea. Hang on a second. So, who's excited? I'm excited. Is the market going to stay red? Well, it might go green today. It might go green. I actually don't know. Normally I know, and when I say I know, I say I know. Today, I don't know. I don't really care if it's red or green. It doesn't matter. We're going to all-time highs any moment. It doesn't matter, because I'm not buying. If I was buying now, I'd be like, oh, where's it going? I don't need to care. I don't need to know. It doesn't matter. My stocks and investments are safe. Hopefully yours are. Right, we are just a few moments away for our special guest today, live on, in fact, we have two. In fact, we have three special guests. Yep, I'm being texted details all the time. Update that, Martyn. No, you got that wrong. It's not one, it's not two, it's three. Flipping it, I can't keep up with it. So what I need you to do is tap the like button. Tap the like button because you don't want to miss this. Live interviews, live star guests on the show. You're going to love it. Very excited. So let's get the show going, shall we? We need a big show. We need a record show. You know what I want? We want 500 watching live and we want 250 likes. We're going to do it. Sensei's favourite music. He loves doing this. I see him every morning. It makes me smile. I'm having a shave. I'm cleaning my teeth with my Oral-B electric toothbrush. Yeah, I got one of them. And while I'm watching and while I'm doing that, my head's going zzz, like that, vibration. I'm listening to Sensei. I got a big speaker in the bathroom and I got Sensei every morning. Leah loves it. You can imagine. Leah loves nothing more than waking up and seeing Sensei play this flipping tune. Does it every morning. It's like a little DJ, isn't he? He's sitting there. He should have headphones on like that, shaking his head. Every morning we get a bit of this, so we're going to do it right now. Make some noise, make some music. Let's get going. Let's get ourselves 250 likes before our star guests come on. In 3, 2, 1, let's go. Okay, let's go over here to our main screen. We have got, this morning, 422 people watching. I know what Vaz is doing. I don't even need to look. I bet you he's tagging this all over X. I know he's doing it because the numbers are going up. 422, star guest, 3-star guest, live on the show. Come on, Vaz, do your thing. Let's get 500. 400. We want 250 likes straight out of the gate. Let's refresh it. Big day for the show. World exclusive. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. Okay, here we go. We've got 96 likes, from 0 to 96 in 1 second. Let's get to 100. Go. We're at 97. Let's go. We're now at 103. I'm loving it. We're now getting suggested on YouTube. We absolutely love that. So let's give that a big cheer. Let's have a quick look into X. What's going on X? I'm going to have some notifications from Vaz. I'm sure of that. I've got to repost it. What's going on? Join us live. Exclusive guest. Oh, let me hide it. Can't put that on the screen, can I? Quote. I'm going to quote it. Big day. Hang on. World exclusive. World exclusive. Live now on the big show. The bug show. That could work. The bug show. The big show. Right, there we go. Post. I shall put that. I shall make sure I tag our Mr. eVTOL, Mr. Vaz, and I shall also tag Sensei, our partnership, our synergy partners. There we go, and post. That's there. I want everyone to go to X now and share this world exclusive. Right at the top of X. Let me give you the link. Go. There is X in the chat. Everybody now go and share this. Everyone go and share this. I want to see 20 reposts out of faith. Out of faith. You don't even know what it is yet. Doesn't matter. Trust me. When's it never great? When's it never great? Go on. Tap the repost and do it now. How many likes we got? We need 100. We need 200 likes before I bring you this news. All right, where are we? We're up to 140. 140. Go. Big moment. We got about... How long we got, Vaz? Give me a number on the screen. 5 minutes? 10 minutes? 5 minutes. 10 minutes-ish. Love this. 10 minutes-ish. Bloody hell. Whose show is this? Who's driving the show? Me or you? What's going on here? 142. We got 142 likes. We want 200 likes. We've got a big day today. We got how many people are watching? 375. You know why that is? It's just dropped because everyone's going over to X. They are. See? They're going over to X and they're reposting. Let me refresh it. I want to see 10 because this is a big moment live on the show. 6 reposts, 5 likes. You don't want to miss it. World exclusive, live now on the big show. I'm loving it. All right, let's go. How many have we got now? We want 200 likes before we bring you this news. We've got, how many now? 150. We're nearly there. I want 50 more likes and we are good. 155. I'm going to have a cup of tea. How's the market doing? Are we worried? No, of course we're not worried. It's hardly moved. It's bounced a little bit, but we're not worried. 155. Let's have a look. 156. I'm not going to start this until we have 200 likes. It's too good. Excellent stuff. I'm excited. 157. We're nearly there. We just want another 43 more and we are good. Make that 42. We're nearly there now. Let me see how X is going on. The reposts are moving. Lovely stuff. 7, 9. That's it. Now, for the first time ever, you good to go, are you? Everyone's ready to go? No. You're just going okay, the likes are going up. X is good. Oh, X is good. Okay, X is good. All right, okay, God knows. I'm getting signals left, right and centre here. I tell you what, Kay Burley on Sky News never had to put up with this. No, she had a nice auto cue. She didn't have Vaz going, yeah, I'm trying to do a show here, mate. Right, we got 12 reposts. Everyone is sharing. This is good. Yeah, you're loving it, all right? Yeah, I'm loving it as well. Yeah, we'll have words later, mate. This is all just a front. I'm not really loving it. I'm angry. This is my angry face. Right, so we got reposting, 12 reposts now, 6 likes. I'm loving it. Now, how many have we got now in the show? 168. I'm not going to give up. I want 200. It's way too big. And you know what I'm going to do? Here it comes. Because you know what's going to happen. Because I would buy 500 coins and I would buy 500. Oh yeah. We're just days away. We're just moments away from the wonderful moments of Zebic and XRP exploding. We need like a little ringtone for our star guest today on the show. I'll record something. I'll sing a little song and put their names in it. They'll love that. All right. Okay. 173. So I'm going to get ready now. We're going to leave that for a moment. Tap the like button. Consider subscribing. It's going to be a great day. We got star guest live on the show. How long we got now, Vaz? I've got as long as you need, whatever you need. But 5-ish minutes. Okay. Whatever. That's fine. So let me go back now and have a little look into... Oh, I'm going to go and refresh Wall Street. In fact, I don't need to do that. I'm going to go over to our newsletter this morning. Sensei was talking about this, but I have a slight different take on it. He mentioned it. He mentioned all about Trump and the letters and the tariffs, but he also mentioned the concern with the Middle East. And I told you this morning that my concern isn't any of those things at all. It's the fact that Trump feels feels he can threaten tariffs again. That's my concern. That's why the markets are down. Nothing to do with the Middle East. You'll know when that happens, and that's not where we're at all. The market will use serious nuclear threats to drop the market 5%, and then you'll know that. And that's not where we are today. And the China deal, that's not really making any effect. That was already priced in. So let me go over to Sensei's report this morning and see what Sensei has got new for me this morning. Let's have a little look. He's got some forecasts. Let's see if he was right. Let's see if we agree with each other. Tap the like button. We're just moments away from our special event this morning, and consider subscribing if you'd like to be follow our show. All right. So what have we got this morning? Now, you might want to follow along with this. Here is our newsletter. This is available to all of you, and you can have it as a free trial. We could just say you got to pay for it straight out the gate, but we don't need to. Why? We do things differently here on the show. We make money from investing. As you can see, there's my portfolio. I make money from investing. I don't need to make money by charging everybody for training programs and all this other stuff. We make money so we can give you things for free. Now, the newsletter is not for free, but we are going to let you have it for a week for 7 days. When you click on the link I've just given you in the chat, you will come up to this screen here. And my suggestion to you, because I'm always going to tell you what's best for you, not what's best for me. What's best for me is become a founding member. In fact, no. What's best for me is pay monthly. That's what's best for me. You pay nearly twice as much monthly. We like that. I'll make more money from that. No, the best deal is if you become an annual member. This is the best deal because you get a 7-day free trial. It's the only place you can get a 7-day free trial, and you can try out our services for a week. If you don't like them, you can cancel it. I don't know if anybody has done that yet, because it's fantastic. We're ranking up in the news rankings on Substack, in the top rankings for financial news. So I think you're going to love it. It's very inexpensive. It's like 20 odd pence a day or whatever it is. It's absolutely fantastic. Now, you can become a founding member. That is more expensive. However, this does give you, I spoke to Sensei yesterday and got an update on this. You get everything you get in the annual, but you also get some VIP access as well. So, for example, if you are wishing to get a more personal service, priority service, and some extra features that are going to be rolled out, then this is more expensive, but this is a much more personal experience, okay? This goes out to everybody. You get the idea. This is what you need. This is the best price, but if you want that personal experience and you can afford a bit more and you want to be a founder member and support the show and then get rewarded for it, the founding member might be for you if you make a lot of money and you can afford it and you want that personal Rolls-Royce service. Like I have three platinum members who pay $500 a month. There are those that do want platinum personal real service. So you do have that. But for most people, this will be the way to go. The choice is yours, though. All right, so coming on to the news this morning as we await our star guest, they'll be with us shortly. We have this report today. Sensei was talking about CPI shocks, oil pops. Of course, oil popped because of the Middle East tensions, but really it just popped to sell off again. I'm not too worried about what's going on in the Middle East. I know the nuclear thing is quite serious, and Trump says he can end the war in 5 minutes, and he can't. But, you know, I don't think Iran are too worried about what Trump says, because he's proven that he can't end the wars in Ukraine, and these other things are a concern, but I'm not expecting a major market meltdown. Now, of course, if we have World War III and people start firing bombs at each other, it won't matter what the stock market does anyway. Don't matter. We've got bigger issues. So Sensei opened up the newsletter this morning with this one here. The one big thing. All eyes are on today's US producer price index. The producer price, now this is different than the CPI. Yesterday, that's the consumer prices. Now, they are related, but the PPI is the Fed's preferred metric. And of course, the Fed are going to provide us with the FOMC report next week. Are we going to get rate cuts? So this was their last, final, public at least, numbers that they prefer. And this is what the producers pay, not what the consumer pays. Now, of course, they are correlated, but they're not directly linked. Okay, so you do see the two go sort of side by side to a point, but of course, because you're paying more as a consumer, doesn't necessarily mean the producer's paying more. They can just charge you more. We don't know. So there's a slight connection there, but this is the preferred. Anyway, we got the numbers, so I'm not going to go over the numbers. The money move of the day. With today's PPI data set to shape the inflation outlook, now's the time to review your portfolio hedges, rising costs. Sticky producer prices could pressure rate-sensitive assets, so many investors are leaning into tips, gold, dividend growers, and to stay positioned for persistent inflation without going risk off. I'm not. I don't believe in any of that stuff. Now, that's not throwing Sensei under a bus. He's right, and he's providing a very rounded opinion, and that's his opinion and views, and I respect that, and that's why I have him write our newsletter. But that's not for me. I don't buy gold when I'm not sure. I'm always sure. I know what I want. I know what I own. If it goes lower, I buy more. I don't buy gold to protect myself if it goes lower. I'm positioned for it to go lower, and it can go lower. And when it does go lower, I don't sell my gold and have to pay tax on it. I just buy with my cash or my margin that's sat on the side. I don't need hedges. I don't need insurance. I don't need gold. That doesn't earn anything. It only goes up because somebody else will pay more for it from you because they're as afraid as you are. I'm not afraid of anything. I don't have hedges or protections or reserves anywhere. I'm always all in. You know me. All my cash, everything I've got, all my margin and refinance, but I'm always in a position, even with that full-on approach, for the market to drop 50%. I'll show you. I'm all in with all my cash, all my margin, and if I show you my buying power, you can see it's depleted this morning. Why? Because I was charged $800 today for my margin. So I dropped $800. There you go. And then they double it because of margin. But if you look here, my risk is at 47%. The market can drop 47% and I'm still okay. So am I worried? No, I'm absolutely not worried at all. So I'm completely fine with that, and I'm going to stay fully invested, fully engaged. None of that concerns me at all. All right, I can see our guests are arriving in the green room. You'll be greeted by Vaz. Welcome to you, star guest on the show this morning. It's all over our socials this morning. Very, very exciting. So let me scroll down here and give you some of the numbers of the day. And then we have, that was the live show this morning. Sensei was talking about it. 5 things for you to know today. Vaz, when your guests are ready, just give me the thumbs up and we'll start building it up. Thank you, Vaz. May CPI comes in cool despite tariffs surprising markets. This is, here it is. May CPI was closely watched as the first major inflation reading to reflect President Trump's Liberation Day tariffs, and the data delivered a modest surprise. The consumer price index rose just 0.1 month over month and 2.4 year over year, both below expectations. Now, we have been reporting this and explaining this, that most of the tariffs, nearly all the tariffs, are transitory. What that actually means is, when we talk about inflation, inflation, it always exists. Inflation is not going away. Things are not going to get cheaper, but it's the rate they go up that concerns people. Ask my wife. She never tells me things are cheaper at the supermarket. She says, I don't know what you're on about with inflation coming down. Things keep going up for me. I buy all the food. You start buying the food and you'd flipping realize that. Anyway, that is what it is. Inflation keeps going up, but it's the rate it keeps going up. Now, when you put tariffs on things the way Trump has done, it's called transitory or expected. Some people deny it. Some people say it isn't. Some people say it is. I'm watching, Vaz, for your signals. When your guests are ready, let me know. All right. Okay. So, with inflation, with the tariffs, you get this initial 25%, 50%, whatever. Now, you might go, well, that's inflationary. Well, it's not necessarily inflationary. It depends on how the producers pass it on to the consumers. They might absorb it, whatever they do. But the point is, even if they do, and you pay 25% more for your famously quoted eggs, that might be the case. But then if that doesn't increase anymore, inflation hasn't continued to rise. It goes up and it just goes sideways. What we're talking about is inflation where it's consistently going up over time. And we like to regard 2% a year as normal. Okay, we can have deflationary when we go the other way, but and that's a bad thing as well. You do need some inflation. If there's no inflation, the stock market doesn't work. Nothing works. Things have to become more expensive, because even if you invest in the stock market and your business goes sideways and doesn't make any money, right? Money is devalued. I like to use the argument, if you buy a house today, all brand new and working, you're going to pay less for it than you will pay for a load of old ruins from an old castle from the Romans. The house from the Roman times is all fallen down and a piece of rubbish. Doesn't serve you any purpose. However, it's priceless. Why is it priceless? Because the land it stands on has become more valuable. So the building is priceless. Not because it's worth more than the brand new house, because over time, money has been devalued. And that's why you always need to remain in the stock market. And that's why there has to be inflation, because prices have to go up. Because even if a business goes sideways, if Coca-Cola sells 1,000 bottles of Coke today and 1,000 bottles tomorrow and 1,000 bottles next year and 1,000 bottles the year after, because there's no more people, the population's the same, it still makes money, and the stock price goes up because money has been devalued. We printed it, we've had inflation, so your stock price has gone up, so you'll perceive to have made more money by investing. That's how it works. That's why you stay invested. Vaz, can you give me some information? Are we doing, Vaz? Are we waiting for our guests? Let me just bring in Vaz. Are the guests ready? Is there everybody here? Everybody's here. Wonderful. Everyone's here. Right. They're on the same camera. Is that right? We got our two guests on the same camera at the same phone in. Lovely stuff. All right. Our guests, what you're witnessing right now, you may remember, think of me as like the anchor on Sky News, right? And normally what happens on Sky News, Kay Burley will be looking down a camera lens, reading off auto cue. All right. We don't have that. What we have Vaz sending me texts, annoying me, saying, yeah, our guests have turned up. So you can see the behind the scenes approach while it's live. It's what we do, you see. Right, okay, we're all set to go. Our star guests have arrived. You're going to love today. Did we get our 200 likes? We are 2 away. Everybody, smash the like button. 198, 199, everybody's liked it. I want one more like, and then we're going to bring you a world exclusive event. This is wonderful what's happened this morning, and this is the part of our new CEO series. Next week, we have 2 CEOs on the show that are coming to give full interviews and full breakdowns of their stock. They're going to be in the newsletter. It's very exciting. You know what happens when our CEOs come on the show? They're always, every single time, have a massive bump up on their stock. We've seen it every single time. Why? Because they come to us with information to share to the world, and very often it's world exclusive. Our CEOs that I've interviewed before say to me they prefer to be on the show than CNBC and Bloomberg because we reach often a larger audience specifically for their stock, as we rank number 1 for the stocks that we cover. We certainly rank number 1 for our guest today on YouTube and Google, not just YouTube, but Google as well. So they can reach wider audiences than they can if they go on Bloomberg, because they're speaking to millions of people that couldn't care less. We actually have the audience's number 1 ranking for all the stocks that we cover. Anyway, so I'm going to bring on Vaz first of all, because you all know Vaz is our roving reporter. Next week he's off to the air show. I'm in the process of talking to the air show to get him a pass, a media pass to represent Martyn Lucas Investor YouTube TV and interview all of the businesses at the air show. We may hear more about that from our guest this morning. But let me bring in Vaz just for a moment. So I'm going to put Vaz in guest spot number 1, I think. Guest spot number 1. Yeah. Let me do that right now. Here we go. And Vaz, good morning to you. You set up a world exclusive for me this morning. Maybe you'd like to introduce or give a little hint who is on the show. Who's waiting in my green room this morning, Vaz?
It's one of the eVTOL companies.
Wonderful.
We dedicate a substantial amount of airtime.
We certainly do. We certainly do. This is a sector we are very excited about. I believe we have, is it Vertical Aerospace represented this morning? Is that right?
Yes, you got it right. Vertical aerospace. Nobody else.
I know how
Vertical
passionate
aerospace.
you are with vertical aerospace. I see your work on X through our Synergy partnership. I know we rank #1 for this stock on YouTube and Google, so it's wonderful to have them on. Who do we have on the show this morning? Vaz, maybe you'd like to tell me who they are.
We have the head of investor relation, Samuel Emden, and
Wonderful.
Marian Sheke, who is the head of I'm not I just lost it. The head of marketing development. Am I saying that right?
Marketing development. Yep, sounds right to me. Sounds good to me. Yeah. Well, you've obviously done a good marketing job because they're here on the show. They got in on the show. How do they get in on the show in the middle of my PPI? What's going on here? It's not what you know, it's who you know, isn't it, Vaz? Brilliant stuff. So as they're on the same camera, we can actually, I think this way, we can have all three of you on the screen at the same time. We was expecting 2 calls in, so I'm going to see if we can do this now with our interview 2 screen. Let's bring them in. Let me leave Vaz on #1 and our guests on spot #2. So without further ado, let's see what happens if we do this. Let's see if we can, there you go. There we go, lovely stuff. Let me put Vaz over here. We were expecting you guys to call in on 2 different cameras, but that's okay. It works out just as well like this, actually. So there we are. Right. Vaz, thank you so much. Gentlemen, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you. Where are you calling in from?
We're in London today, Martin, and thanks for having us on, and Vaz for sorting out. It's great to speak to you and your audience.
It's my pleasure. I'm from England myself. My studio is in Dallas, Texas, but I live in Cornwall. My house is in Cornwall. I spent a lot of time in London. I performed in the West End with my own show, One Night in Vegas. And you're bringing us EV tolls this morning. You're bringing us vertical aerospace. Now, I'm assuming you're on the show because you've got something good to share. Most of the time, people want to be on the show, not to say everything's rubbish, but everything's great, right, guys? So what do you have for me this morning? We're so excited to have you here. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Martin. I might hand over to my colleague, Martyn, because it's a piece of commercial news around our customer base, and Martyn's been the guy leading that with one of our customers. So Martyn, do you mind explaining?
Very well. So those of you who are familiar with vertical aerospace, you're aware we have quite a number of big profile customers. American Airlines is one of our customers, Japan Airlines. But one of our standout customers as well is a company called Bristow, one of the largest helicopter operators worldwide with operations globally. We've announced today a big step forward in the partnership with Bristow. Namely, they're on one hand doubling the order of their aircraft, going from currently pre-order of 50 aircraft up to an pre-order of 100 aircraft, so doubling the order. But more interestingly, we are also forming a corporation enabling Bristow to offer what's termed as white label solutions to airlines. So those familiar with the airline industry, that is a concept where an airline is operating the commercial part of the business, but they are basically subcontracting operations to specialized operators. And that makes this really interesting because white label solutions that Bristow can offer do allow airlines to forego investment required into infrastructure, into pilots, into maintenance services. These services in future can be bought into by contracting into Bristow, our cooperation partner. So we are really excited about that because that is the next step forward in making this industry a reality, going from PowerPoint presentations, glossy pictures into let's plan an operational environment. Let's work with our customers on their operational plans.
This is very, very exciting news. I was just showing my audience on the screen your stock price. It's dramatically up over the last 3 months. It must have been encouraging to you and to hear from the United States President Donald Trump sort of backing or getting behind this sector. It's a new sector. It's emerging. The reason why we brought this onto our show to our audience is we're always trying to find the newest, most innovative, groundbreaking technologies, businesses that are going to, reshape everything. And we really believe that you are at the forefront of that. We're very excited, and we think this whole sector is something so important for the future. So just for those who don't understand the eVTOL space, vertical aerospace, try to educate people and going, why should you be excited about this? Because people go, well, we've got helicopters. We've had helicopters forever. What's this? This is just an electric helicopter? Who cares?
Sure.
Please try to educate people why they'd be interested in this sector. What makes it stand out?
Do you mind if I take this one, Martyn, and then you chime in? So
I love it. This is great having you both on together. It's great.
Good. I'm glad. So totally get it, Martyn. Why we already have helicopters, right? Helicopters aren't mass transport. This is going to be a mass transport option for a number of reasons. One, they're basically going to be silent in flight. These are entirely electric aircraft. Consider it equivalent to an EV that you drive down the street. You don't hear it because there is no combustion engine. Consequently, this will allow them to fly above urban environments without the sort of irritating noise of helicopters that mean that they aren't permitted in cities. And they're not permitted in cities too because A, they're incredibly expensive, so they're the sort of privilege of those that can afford them. And as I've already said, with gas turbines, they're polluting. I've already said it's electric. There's zero operating emissions in flight, and it's going to be noiseless. It's going to be green. It's going to be cheap. So we're looking at about $2 per passenger mile operating cost, which is sort of
$2 passenger mile.
Yeah, operating cost, which is sort of equivalent to sort of a premium Uber-like product.
I would say.
So right. So we're talking about moving people around in urban environments where building new infrastructure, trains or roads, perhaps is way too expensive. What's the next modality? The next modality is up. And so we're looking at this being mass transport. And then, which leads me to my final point, which is around the safety case. So we're building this aircraft to the same levels of safety as like a large passenger carrying aircraft. So think of an A380. It's the highest levels of safety in aviation. We are building to that level. There are significant single points of failure in a helicopter. You can kind of visualize it in your mind's eye. There are no single points of failure in this aircraft. So if anything stops working, you maintain level flight, which is a game changer when it comes to this sort of new transport opportunity. Martyn, is there anything you wanted to add?
You summarized it quite well. I think when you look back in history, there were a few changes in the way we move. First was the car, then came airplanes, commercial jetliners, helicopters. This is a new step forward. This is one of those moments in history where you step forward. The industry is developing very well. There has been a shakeout in the past few months, but now there are really strong players on the market moving forward, delivering the product, delivering flying that is required to obtain certification for these aircraft. We are looking forward to certifying here in the UK and in Europe in 2028. So it is not a pipe dream. This is real. This is happening now. And hence partnerships like Bristow that transform the industry, that make that industry operationally viable are very important and very good news for the industry.
This is a wonderful story. Congratulations to your success. One thing I was thinking about was, obviously you've explained the technology. It's safer, it's more efficient, it's greener, it's quieter, so it can hover over an urban area. How easy is it, or will it? I'm presuming at the moment this will be there'll be a pilot, somebody flying it. It's not automated. Can you see it going in the future where it can fly itself and just land in the garden like a robo-taxi would essentially be, pick you up and take you somewhere? Is that where we're going with this?
Do you want to take this?
Okay.
No, I'm happy to if you want to.
Please do.
So I think absolutely there will be certainly autonomy in the future. However, the society isn't going to permit non-piloted flight yet. So we're absolutely piloted. This is going to be an amazing opportunity for new pilots. One, the job opportunity is going to be great. We're talking super localized flights. Anyone that wants to be a pilot, there's no reason why they wouldn't want to be a pilot in the VX4, which is what we call our aircraft. But I think perhaps it's less thinking about dropping you off and picking you up in your backyard per se, and more new transport nodes in and around or outside of urban environments. I mean, there are loads and loads of regional airports that are totally underused in the States where you are, Martyn. Think about if their utilization totally changed. I don't know how far you are from Dallas Airport. There may be closer airports that are closer to you than that airport, or entirely new. And the word I'm going to use is vertiport, which imagine it's sort of a many-pronged helipad, but specifically electrified for these aircraft. And they might be nearer your house, or they might be near the mall that you go to. So think of it in terms of new ways of getting around, rather than necessarily from your backyard per se, which might be slightly too precise or too local, even more localized than we're considering. And like Martyn said at the beginning, we've got about 1,500 orders from big name airlines on the whole, the JALs, the American Airlines of this world. So think of it as you might go from a vertiport near your house straight into Dallas Airport, rather than driving to Dallas Airport and doing all your security there. And that would take up, it would kill time enormously, especially in these sort of big urban environments. So that's sort of a way to think of it as well.
So as an investor, we're looking to buy new businesses that have future growth. They're undervalued right now because they're unknown and they have huge upside. What is your unique selling point? I know we've interviewed many CEOs on the show and businesses. You're not here to promote the stock and tell everybody to rush out and buy it tomorrow. I could do that a little bit, but you certainly can't.
Sure.
But what makes your company unique? What was it that enabled you to get this partnership today that others would have liked and don't have? What makes Vertical Aerospace special?
Yeah, I might take this one as well, if that's all right. So I think we have the best-in-class eVTOL on the market. eVTOL standing for Electric Vertical Takeoff and Landing. And that's sort of an acronym that people use to describe this aircraft. So we think we have the best-in-class aircraft in terms of safety, capacity, and comfort. Like I said already, we're going after the highest levels of safety in aviation. There's very few others in the space that are doing that. In terms of capacity, we're looking at 4 passengers, all of which can have 30 kilos of their hold luggage in the aircraft. So capacity-wise, it's I believe unrivaled. And then comfort-wise, we've sort of, you might like this, Martyn, if you're British to the core. We based the inside of the cabin interior on a London black cab. So,
nice.
But we have 2 seats opposite 2 seats. In a black cab, you have 6. You have 3 opposite 3. You've got more than enough space in there. And to that point, we're going to market in 2028 and beyond with a 4-seater, 2 opposite 2. But our customers already know that the aircraft can actually already increase to 6 passengers, 3 and 3, with just more economy style seating. So the opportunity is there because we believe we have the best-in-class aircraft. And we're doing this, if you look, which you'd be more than inclined to, we're massively discounted to our listed peers. We're an awesome European company who are just even more unknown than even the sector that you might you might not even have heard of anyway. So we're trying to explain why we think we have the best aircraft out there.
Does the pilot have the knowledge?
Great question. That's a great question. The knowledge, for those that might not know, is what you have to do to be a black cab driver in London. So you have to have Google Maps in your mind. You absolutely don't. And to that point, we work with Honeywell, who aren't too far away from you, are based in Phoenix, Arizona, to do the flight controls and avionics. We just signed a partnership with them for a potential value of $1 billion over the 10-year contract from 2025 to 2035 to provide the flight controls, avionics, and inceptors for the aircraft. So it kind of gives you an idea of middle of the next decade, the industrial scale of this company. that we will have, paid out to Honeywell should the conditions be met $1 billion over the course of the next 10 years. So they're the ones who are in the flight controls. You don't need the knowledge. Martyn?
Yeah, and I think that picks up an important point. Our company, we are not reinventing the wheel. We use existing technology. So we have a lot of strong partners like Honeywell and many other industry-leading aerospace companies that we partner with, source supplies from. We integrate that into the aircraft and then build this fantastic aircraft. The key difference to some of our other players is that we are also having the right people on board. We have very strong leadership. We have had more than 30 aircraft and propulsion systems developed by our leadership team in various functions, usually from the helicopter or aerospace industry. So there's a very big experience also in the leadership team of putting this together. And that resonates very well with prospective customers, current customers, as well as government agencies and regulators. They know we are aerospace. We understand that we build safe products. Because we are based in the UK, in Bristol, the home of UK aviation, we have access to very good resources. And that also allows us to produce this aircraft at materially less spend than some of our peers. So when you look at basically the capital requirements per month, the cash flow required per month, we are materially lower than some of our peers that are based in other areas in the world.
Do I have your time for another 15 minutes? Probably not.
Maybe 5, Martyn.
Okay, no worries. We'll pick this up another time. The reason why is we're 3 minutes away from the opening bell, and then I would have come back to you because we have lots of my viewers here. I don't know if you know this, but we rank #1 for your stock on YouTube and very often Google when we put certain things out. And they're asking lots of questions. They want to know more from you. These are your investors. You can reach them. So what we'll do, maybe we'll set up a future an event, and you come back and answer questions because people are very keen. And I want to get Vaz in quickly before the bell goes. Are you attending the air show, the Paris Air Show?
Are we or is Vaz? Sorry.
Oh, no, your company. Is your company being represented at the air show?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Martyn and I will be there from Sunday onwards.
You will be there. Well, I'm trying to get, because we rank #1 in the world for your stock more than you do, as it happens. We would like Vaz to be in the media tent to be able to interview. And I've not been able to get a reply because of the time when I call France to get a reply. Could you arrange a media pass for Vaz to be at the...
We can only do our own company passes, but we're working with Vaz.
But for you,
we'll do whatever we can to support Vaz while he is present. I think he's there the back end of next week, but we've already talked to him about this already. So anything we can do to support him being present, we will do.
Wonderful. That's great. Well, thank you for being on the show. We got 2 minutes to go. Vaz, I'm sure you'd love to be able to just talk to the guys live on the show. Is there anything you'd like to add or say to them?
Well, first of all, thank you very much for joining. This is, as Martyn said, you are raising a lot of attention amongst our retail investor audience. You are getting probably on the same level, if not better, with Archer on our channel. So that's great. Thank you very much. I just want to ask you, do you have any time frame for this, for the supply of the aircraft for for Bristol, or is it just to be disclosed? Or
we have not publicly disclosed timelines, but when you look at the program timeline, so we're currently conducting the flight testing of our prototype. Just had a very successful piloted wing-borne flight about 2 weeks ago. We are then taking all the data from the prototype, make sure that all our models that we use are in line. And from there, we then fine-tune the certification aircraft that will go into the certification process. And that one is then expected to go into flight test and certification testing in 27, 28, to then basically get the type certification in 28. And that is the earliest time we can actually deliver aircraft after type certification into commercial services with customers.
Gentlemen,
however,
sorry, you got 15 seconds.
You go with the bell, Martyn. We don't.
Thank you, guys. Please go on.
would love to answer further questions in the future. We just don't have further time today. So please collate those questions and look forward to that question and answer session another time.
Thank you guys for taking the time to be on the show. You did very well. It takes people normally months to get on the show, and if somehow Vaz got you on the show within seconds. We've got a queue of CEOs waiting to come on the show. You jumped the queue. Guys, it's wonderful to talk to you. Good luck at the air show. Good luck with your business. We wish you the very, very best. Thank you for joining us today. Good luck. Thanks you so much for setting it up. Good luck. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Good fun.
There you go. So there we go. We got seconds to go before the bell. That was a live interview with Vertical Aerospace, courtesy of Not What You Know, It's Who You Know. Vaz brought that to us. Let's get ready to rumble. It's time for the stock market open. And here we go in 3, 2, 1, and we're off. Let's ring the bell. Let's see how it pans out. Let's see where we're going. What's up? What's down? Let's go for all our positions this morning. Don't chase this. Just let it sit, and let's go through. Right now, we've got the overall portfolio, as you can see, down slightly. Today's PPI was good, but it wasn't any reason to suddenly surge because of Trump threatening more tariffs. I've already put that out to you already. The S&P is down slightly, coming back up. Virgin Galactic down 1.89. What's going on with that one? Palantir up again, 136, over 1,000 times earnings. I don't understand why people keep buying this. It's like the early days of Tesla. You're going to get your fingers burnt, but there you go. Alex Karp won't care. He'll just sell all his shares and dump it on you. Gold is going up 1.08. Amazon on its way down. Apple is a 0.03. Next, Era Energy up at the moment. Enphase Energy, what a good time to buy this one. Coca-Cola Defensives up slightly, not because of what's going on in the Middle East, just because they're a good business and they're going to $80. Johnson & Johnson, it's a $200 stock. What a great time to buy it. That dividend king, dividend payout you always get there. Chevron Oil, everyone got excited, oil going up, and what did I say this morning? It could strap it down again. It has. Don't get too excited about the Middle Eastern deal. Tesla is down, going up this morning. McDonald's on the way up, 0.14. Gold on the way down this morning, down 0.4. Microsoft is up this morning. Nvidia is on its 143, going up very slightly. Walmart on the way down today. Not a bad time to buy Walmart at these levels. Tilray Brands, no value at all. Robinhood, we hit our target of 40, we hit our target of 80, it'll go back there again. I haven't got any future prices past 80. IonQ, we like it, but it's too expensive. Rocket Lab is down. Plug Power is on its way down. Bitcoin down today, 1% on the way down, but still holding comfortably now above $100,000. Becoming the norm. You're starting to think $100,000 is cheap. When did that ever happen? XRP down 0.53. And Vertical Aerospace, live on the show today. You can see it's up on the week, it's up on the month, it's up on the 3 months. Year to date it's down, but it's starting to break out, as you can see. And at this precise moment, people are taking some profit. Let's see where it goes by the end of the day. Vertical Aerospace, live on the show this morning, courtesy of Vaz. We'll bring Vaz back on the show in a second. Please stand by. What a moment that was for Vaz. I'm so proud. I'm so excited for Vaz. I get more excited for everybody else and everyone's else achievements than my own. I just love it. I feel like the chairman of YouTube here. Everybody else having wonderful moments, and that's what gives me pleasure. I'm so excited for Vaz. It was a great moment there, and that's just the beginning for Vaz, of course, where he's our roving reporter off to the air show in Paris, and he's going to get interviews from Vertical Aerospace. That's a given. Let's see if he can do the whole air show. I'm sure he will. All right, okay, there we go. The bell has gone. We're into the market. Like I said, don't chase it. Nothing to say, really. We need more news on tariffs. We need to know where the Fed are going next week. We'll have all that on the show next week. So stand by. Let me go to comments and questions. Vertical Aerospace. I'm loving it. Smile Vaz. Oh, okay. Great. Thanks. Beat. Go Vaz. Go Vaz. Thank you, Vaz. Let's see some love for Vaz in the chat. Ninja Cowboy. Sandra. There you go. Super chats. I had them turned off because we had star guests on the show. We didn't want to have the alerts going over everyone's faces. I'm sure you can appreciate that. So I will go back to the recent events, and just celebrate our last super chat that I didn't want to put on the screen. Let's have a look. Here we go.
Matthias donated 59 Norwegian kroner through a super chat. Fantastic having you guys in the shows. Great for us investors. One idea for you, you should add Vaz to your board of directors.
What, mine? My company or Vertical Aerospace? I absolutely love it. All right, talking of which, what we're going to do is we're going to bring Vaz back on the show in a second. So what I'm going to do, first of all, is I'm going to put this here, EVTL, just bear with me. Stand by, Vaz. I'm sure you'll stick with me a second. EVTL. We have... Okay. Stand by. Here we go. The time is 8:36. 8:36. 8:36. In and out. All right. Vertical Aerospace, ticker symbol EVTL. We have 2-star guests live on the show. Samuel and Martyn are live on our show today, courtesy of Vaz, bringing us another world exclusive in the eVTOL space. Very, very exciting. Vertical Aerospace live on the show with Vaz, talking about their breaking news, a world exclusive. You can't afford to miss this one. And now, let's get into the interview. There we go. Thank you, Vaz. Thank you, Samuel. Thank you, Martyn, for joining me live this morning, just before the opening bell, live on the show. A Vertical Aerospace world exclusive brought to you live, Martyn Lucas Investor, courtesy of Vaz, eVTOL. I will give you the links to Vaz's X account. It's below in the description of the video, and I'll post it in the comments as well when you see this video later. I'm making it during a live show at the moment. But there we go. Another world exclusive in the eVTOL space. Next week, look forward to many more. We've got 2 CEOs coming on the show. They jumped the queue, these guys. You know, it's not, they often say in life, it's not what you know, it's who you know. They knew Vaz. Vaz knows me. Vaz got on the phone. Can we get him on the show? Hang on a minute. We got a list of people. Doesn't matter. I want him on the show. All right, Vaz, steady on, mate. So anyway, they made it onto the show. Click above my head for all the links down below in the description. Over here, I shall put the playlist for Vertical Aerospace, which will include today's event and others. And down here, I shall put the Meet the CEO series, and that is the entire Meet the CEO series. This will be part of that. Technically not the CEOs. Doesn't matter. They made it on the show in the Meet the CEO series, so I'm going to put them in the series. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, put that there. And as we are off to the races with the stock market today, it's not going anywhere. There's not a great deal to talk about. We might as well bring on to the show the man himself. Good morning, Vaz. How are you?
Oh, Martyn, you called me unready.
I know. Do it on purpose.
Very intimate pose.
Yeah. How are you, mate?
Great. Thank you for accommodating this. I know it was last minute, but yeah, it's
flipping heck, mate. Was that last minute or what? It was 2 seconds. I was 2 seconds. I was live with the PPI because I was setting everything else up. Flipping heck, that was the tightest I've ever been for breaking news. 2 flipping seconds. There you go. Anyway, it was good. Great. Fantastic. So you're going to be able to interview them at the air show, which is wonderful. I for some reason, the numbers that you've given me to France, they either ring and ring and ring, or sometimes they just don't go anywhere. So I don't quite know what's going on there.
Yeah.
I'll keep trying.
Yeah. When I put my application, I found it a bit difficult to go through. I don't know whether it's I don't know, maybe it's just me or
it's the way it works. It's the way it works. Yeah. But anyway, we'll get there.
Even if I don't get the media pass, the press access, I'll be there anyway. I'll be there for the public end of the show. So there'll be Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And as we know, I'll be covering my Saturday morning show. That'll be live from the ground.
Yeah. Then you've got friends at Vertical Aerospace now, so you got your in there anyway. Yeah, you're already crushing it, mate. Absolutely great. Is there anything you'd like to add or put into the show today before I let you go?
I would definitely highlight that they have the first order or pre-order of 50 plus potentially 50 more aircraft. That is, for me as an investor, quite interesting and important, because I can see the revenue channel coming in, because it's not only the aircraft itself, the sale and supply of the aircraft, but
let me just stop you there. I'll tell you what we'll do then, as we've got time now. This seems obvious to me, as we have that premiere video that I've just recorded, that will go out as its own video. You're going to be live from the air show this Saturday or next Saturday?
Next Saturday.
Next Saturday. It makes sense to me to record a promo for that event and the interview that we've just done. So we'll do a Vertical Aerospace thing right now. Okay, so stand by. Let me just bring this up then. EVTL, Vertical Aerospace. Let's have that on the screen, and let's do this right now. Okay, the time is 8:40. 41. Vaz. Okay. Okay. Ever wanted to know more about Vertical Aerospace or the whole eVTOL space? Well, you can, because not only do we have a world exclusive interview that happened live on our opening bell show this morning. If you wait to the end, I'll give you the link to that. It'll go straight there, and I'll give you the links in the comments, description, and pinned to the top as well. But also, on top of that, our very own Vaz, our roving reporter, is going to the air show. Not this Saturday. Today is the 12th of June on a Thursday. Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, Vaz is going to the Paris Air Show. We already know he's going to be talking directly with Vertical Aerospace, because we had him on the show this morning and he's made friends at the top. But we're hoping that Vaz will also get a media pass and be able to go around the whole show and talk to everybody. Either way, he's going there for a couple of days on your behalf to bring you great news live from Vertical Aerospace and from the air show as a whole itself. So if you ever want to know more about eVTOLs and you want to have a man on the ground interviewing people, walking around, filming, getting the scoop, getting the inside track on everything, you're not going to want to miss this. So I've got Vaz live on the show today, getting ready for his trip to Paris. Good morning, Vaz. How are you this morning?
Hello, Martin. I'm excited and I'm feeling brilliant.
Are your bags packed and you're ready to fly, as John Denver would say? Because I'm leaving on a jet plane. In your case, I'm leaving on an eVTOL. Have they sent you one over to fly you over? I think they should. Yeah.
They'll pick me up.
They have. They've done that. Good. Just making sure that's sorted. Difficult to get the VIP the pass, but very easy to get a free aircraft. That was easy. All right, brilliant. So they're going to pick you up, take you to Paris for the air show. What are we going to see on your live show? Because I'm going to link this to your live show from Paris. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. You're going to be there for a few days. You're going to meet people, go around, and you're going to do live interviews. You're going to film stuff. It's going to be great. Tell us about it, and then I'll link this show to it.
Well, this is one of the biggest air shows in Europe, if not in the world. They are expecting around 100,000 visitors daily. At least it was the previous show, because it's biannually. Is that the word? Every other year.
Yep. Every other year.
Last one was 2023, and they had over 300,000 visitors across the end of the show when it was open to the public. It's not only about eVTOL, it's about the whole aerospace. There is a whole dedicated purely to advanced air mobility, which is namely eVTOLs. There is a whole dedicated purely to drones, to defense, to autonomous modules, to space as well. But this show is so massive. I think 1 week is not enough to cover the whole sector. So I will try to focus on eVTOLs, obviously, because it's my niche and it's my main discipline. And then if we have a bit of time on the ground, I will try to probably what our audience can suggest and are interested in, I will try to cover this. So definitely let us know.
Fantastic. Well, we look forward to that, and I know you'll bring us great information. So thank you very much, Vaz. Let me just wrap this video up so I can link everybody across. So there is Vaz. The two things to show you right now. Click above my head, down below in the description, also pinned to the comments, the interview from Vertical Aerospace. They were live on the show this morning. I'm going to put that here, and I'm also going to put the link directly to the Paris Air Show. We're going to link this video to that as well. So right here is the Vertical Aerospace playlist. That will include, right at the top, it'll include today's interview. You've got to go and listen to that because that's a world exclusive, right? And down here, we have got the Paris Air Show. This will be down here where Vaz will be live. So there's two events there, one up here, one down here, the events you cannot afford to miss. Well done, Vaz. Very proud of you. Until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. All right, Vaz, there you go. We'll put that out shortly as well.
Thank you. Just got a message from Samuel and Marian that they were happy and they would like to probably come on the show again to answer some of the questions.
They're getting the queue this time, mate. There's no jumping the queue again. Once is enough. If you're listening, boys, once is enough. You're not getting on twice. I love it. Fantastic. That was absolutely great. Congratulations, Vaz. Is there anything else you want to add to the audience before I let you go?
No, I think the audience is saturated with me and eVTOLs for the day. So.
I am. I'm sick of it.
Yeah.
If I'm honest. Thank you, Vaz. Thanks for calling in.
Thanks, Martyn, for having me on.
Pleasure. There we go. What a great scoop this morning. You can see from the smile on his face, he's thinking, see that? See that? See what I did? That was nothing to do with you. That was all me. That was all me. I did all that. I love it. Fantastic. I'm so proud of Vaz. It's yeah, there it is. I see it. He's doing the synergy. He's doing the synergy. Right. We've got to look at the stock market today. Like we said, it didn't boom. It didn't bust. It went down a little bit. Back up again. It is what it is. We're waiting for clarification now from the Fed. That's next Wednesday. We're going to cover all of that. What we're going to do now is we're going to end this stream. I'm going to come back with members only. I'm going to come back with members only. I tell you what I'm going to do, because I'm doing your reviews today. I'm going to be very calm, very relaxed, very stress-free, doing your reviews. So what I'm going to do is go through the comments. Let's have a look. Good morning, all. Is Vertical Aerospace a good long-term investment? Well, you need to tune into Sensei's shows. He does analysis on it. And from the technical point of view, we're not going to tell you, is it good for you to buy? We're going to give you the information for you to make the decision whether it's good for you to buy or not. All right? Good work, Vaz. Allah, says Iberian Wolf. Great news. This is awesome. USDC on the XRPL. Biannual would be every 6 months. Biannual would be every 6 months, guys. Biannual? No, biannual is every other year, not every 6 months. I don't think so anyway. You're getting me all confused now. I'm sure I know how these things work. Biannual. Here we go. I'm going to Google it. Now. You made me bloody question myself now. I can't bloody believe it. Biannual. What is biannual occurring every 2 years? There we go. Biannual every 2 years. Hang on a second. Now, this is where Google lets you down. Biannual. Occurring every 2 years. And then someone else says, but occurring twice a year. Well, that's not. Look at this. See, this is where the world's gone wrong. Look. Biannual, right at the top. Occurring every 2 years. Go down here, biannual, occurring twice a year. So it's up to you. It can be whatever you want it to be. Well, according to the Oxford English Dictionary, it is actually occurring twice a year. A biannual meeting is twice a year. So there we go. Apparently, Vaz, it's twice a year. Oh my God. There you go. Well, there's nothing like making yourself look silly, is there? Anyway, that's happened live. Occurring twice a year. Biannual is every 2 years. Oh, biennial. There we go. Biennial is every 2 years. All right, we've learned something. Biennial is every 2 years. Biannual is twice a year. All right, we've all learned something now. Oddly enough, I heard another guy say biannual was every 6 months last night. There you go. See? It's biennial. Yeah, that's where you're going wrong. And like bi-weekly is every 2 weeks. Kind of makes sense. Uh-oh. Hello. Apparently it means both. Yeah. I mean, we're going to assume it doesn't mean both. Biennial and biannual are different words. That's where we're going wrong. Means both. Yeah, Stacey loves it. Means both. Yeah. PM, AM, same thing. All right. Okay. We're gonna wrap this up. And what I'm going to do is set up for you an event where we're going to go live in half an hour or so, members only, doing your reviews. And when I say members only, I don't mean members only chat. I mean members only that it's viewable by members only. It's a special event we do from time to time to honor our members, to give you your reviews, your stocks, things that you want most. So let me see if I've already saved it from the past. If it's still in my list. Let's have a look. Scroll. Members reviews. There it is. Members all day. Reuse the settings. Yes. Yes. Upcoming live shows, members only, members. Let me put this in here. Upcoming, members only. There you go. Live shows, members only. There you go. I've done it. Right. So I'm just going to put this out. So if you want to become a member and be part of, and you want to have your own reviews, stock reviews done, full analysis, including I got one from Vaz, I believe, as well. So Vaz, just give me that link again. I'll do it. Just because I've closed the window, whatever. Just send it me again, just to bring it to the top. Let me do that there. All channel members. Yes. It's now 10 to 9 in the morning. I will do it for 9:30. Give myself a bit of a break so I can have my breakfast. There you go. June the 12th, done. Okay, I'm going to give everyone the link now to this event. So it's not going to go to the extra channel. It's going to go to the members only event. There it is. Para Zero. Thank you very much, Vaz. Right. Let me now make sure I've set this up. So I'm going to give this to you now. Duplicate that. Stand by, give everyone the link. I've got Vaz on the phone. You want to talk to me, Vaz, after this? Is that what you're hanging for? Yep, perfect. All right. Let me go back down to here. Stand by a second, guys. I'm going to give you the link now for the members only event. There it is. This is the event we're going to go to in a few moments. There you go. I'll pin it to the top. So if you want your reviews done, go to the press release for RZLV. Thank you, Vincent. We did focusing on our members' questions, I'm afraid. So live members only event today. Right. Pin the message. Okay, there you go. That's the event. Let me make sure it links there. And then I'm going to have a little chat with Vaz, send you all there, and let me put next. And then customize it, redirect. There we go, members only event. All right, as I end the stream, it'll take you there. Will it turn green today? I don't know until we get some positive news. Positive we've got now is priced in. This is what I said. A 10% rally is a rip-facing rally from the bottom, but not for you if you're not in the market. You should really wait now until next year, because most of it will sell off again until we get further news on rate cuts, further news on growth, earnings revisions, businesses growing again. Tariffs really cemented. The market is ready to go up, but Trump can't control the market anymore. The market isn't just going to rally for no reason. Tariffs aren't really doing that much now. It's all baked in. We've kind of got the worst case scenario. Now we're thinking, is Trump going to throw us under the bus again and do new tariffs? This morning he said, I'm going to put tariffs out again, ignore everything I've just done. Everyone's kind of sick of it. And because of that, it's just the market's going, okay, we've already bought in that. We've already given you that. There's no point buying anymore. The market doesn't want to buy it. There's no real reason. The market wants to go green, but you shouldn't be chasing it. Okay? All right, just let it go. Have some patience. All right, that's it from me. Thank you very much indeed. If you stay right where you are, I've pinned it to the top. It's dropped in the chat. It'll automatically take you there. I'll be live in 35 minutes for a members-only live stream, viewable only by members, doing your reviews. We're going to do one for Vaz, plus we have a couple that we'll do off the top of the list. TSS, USAR. We might even do IQSTL. We'll work our way down the list once again. Might do 2 days of this, actually. It's been a lot going on over the last few days with the songs that have come out. Zebek, we've had that waiting to break out. Where are we today? 44, 42. Yeah, nothing amazing going on at the moment. So let me just do my face. There we go. So we're going to wrap that up and do some members old school, go back old school, find new businesses, new ideas, things for you, things to take care of our members. All right, that's it from me. I'll see you back in about 35 minutes. I'm going to have some breakfast. I'm going to have a quick chat with Vaz, and that's it from me. All right, guys, until next time, as always, take care of yourselves and each other. Stay where you are. It'll take you right now to the next event. Bye-bye for now.